Well, there you go. Hey, howdy, hey, everyone.
Good morning.
I was about to say hello, and the rooster decided to take charge there. So, well, that was fun. Anyway, hello.
Good morning.
We're back again. Something a little bit different than what we usually do. Not a theme park, not a cruise, nothing like that today. We're actually in Asheville, North Carolina at the world famous Biltmore estate. Yes. So we're not at the house right now. We're gonna go to that later. I have been here once before when I was a child, and I remember it, but not too much. Chelsea's never been here. It's the first time experience for her. Right now, I think we're over at the area they call like the village. We'll confirm that. They have like lots of animals out here. So over there, they have a pond with like a lot of geese on it. And here we have some chickens doing their thing. We got some goats over here. Can hear them.
They have a lot thicker fur than our Florida goat.
Yeah, not used to seeing this. Nice and fluffy. How about this guy? He's got a cool, look at his color. He's cool looking.
He's so cute. Oh, he's scratching with his horn. What is that goat?
I like it.
I've never
good
seen
idea.
A goat do that before, but what a good use of your horns.
As we move closer to the buildings, looks like we have some more goats here, and we also have like a donkey over there. It looks like some different other animals in that little pen. Looks like more goats. Little sign, informational thing, tell you about different. I don't know who these people are.
Is that Hawkins? Is that who owned it?
I'm not sure. You can read this sign and find out. So in reading this sign, we found out that the Hawkins,
yeah.
Hawkins, isn't that from Stranger Things? Anyway, it's the family of farmers who farmed this land that became the Biltmore estate. So pretty cool. Welcome to the farmyard, which apparently appears to be some kind of petting zoo. Open 11 closes at 5, but that looks like it changes daily, so just check it out. Hand washing stations, of course. Got some free-range chickens. Some goats. You have someone here who tells you about them and lets you pet them and shows them to you. Very cool. I might have a new favorite chicken. This guy is pretty cool. Look at his plumage on his head. And look.
Things that are like very big and very obviously there.
Little pigs. Little piglet. Oh, it's so cute. So right across from the petting zoo, they have a nice large playground. Over there is a pavilion. It looks like it has picnic tables and bench seating. So lots of nice recreational space out here. It looks like they have Christmas lights strung up from these trees.
A lot of them.
A lot of them. A little hard to see because it's daytime. They also have a nice fire pit area right there, right across from that pavilion I was talking about earlier. And then they just have all these different buildings. I have no idea what they all are.
The area that has like some food and shops, I think?
It seems like it might be like that. And it is called the village area. I did see that on the sign there, so.
Like astonished that like we're not even to the main part yet. Like all the stuff that's here. It's crazy.
It's a cool little statue here. We're starting to see why this area is called the village. They have a smokehouse, they have a tavern, they have all of these other different buildings that are decorated. Looks like shops and other eateries. And it just keeps going and going and going. They have all these decorations up too, so I'm sure at night this place would be beautiful. Right now it's a little hard to see. Oh, Santa's right there. Lots of nice stuff here. This is really nice, so hopefully, from what I remember, the house will live up to this as well, but this part has been great. Hey, there's the main man himself. It's the little Saint Nick, but he's not little. Have a nice little walkway here into one of the more popular spots, the winery we're heading into next. Well, we said earlier that we're not at a theme park today, but I kind of feel like we are. The theming in here is very reminiscent of something at Disney. This is very, very nice with all this stonework, and they have the Christmas wreaths up. Very cool. So this is impressive so far. Let's see what else we can find. Manure car. So remember how I said the wine tasting was the most popular thing here? This is the line to do it. And it goes over into there, and the wine's all the way back around into those back rooms. It's complimentary wine tasting, but very popular. So if you're planning on doing it, suggest getting here early. We actually don't drink, so not being able to do the wine tasting is no big deal to us. However, one thing I do remember from when I came here when I was a child is I had like the best tasting grape juice ever. So I was hoping to get some of that, but maybe that's squirreled away somewhere else. But we have to wait in this line for it. I think I'll take a pass. I think we're gonna head inside the bistro and try to grab something for lunch. just across, we just came out from the wine tasting area, and here there's also a gift shop, and then you come across here to the bistro. And what do we have? We have French onion soup, soup du jour. It's the soup of the day. Kale Caesar salad, some brie, calamari, flatbread, panzanella, pork belly, and then sandwiches, roast beef, pecan chicken salad, bistro burger, cider brine turkey sandwich, Rose Mountain trout, winter risotto, plancha grilled chicken breast, and rigatoni. And they also have a dinner menu that looks to have a lot of the same stuff, but also some more different things.
Oh, wagyu.
Oh, fancy. So you want to pause here and give a look over the menu, feel free. So a 90 minute wait to eat at the bistro.
Yeah.
So we're not going to do that. Did want to point out they also have something called Village Social Restaurant and Bar here. And apparently they also have a barbecue place, which is where we're going to head instead.
Yeah. And just so you have like a point of reference, we were here the Saturday before Christmas. So today's Saturday and then Christmas is on Tuesday?
Yeah, today's the 22nd.
Yeah. So just to keep in mind, that might be why it's like pretty busy today, like that wine tasting line and the restaurant over there. Yeah. That might be why it's kind of slammed today. But
could be atypical, but it could also be like this. Keep it in mind. More festive holiday decorations. They have little trees. They have little tree parts and barrels. They have these arches that are wrapped in lights. Lots of red ribbon. And they even have lights that are strung through. Oh, those look like holly bushes. There's berries on them.
Deck the halls with balls of holly. La, 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 la.
Oh, and your ears are jingling.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way.
You saw the other set of bell earrings if you watched our Grinchmas videos, part 1 and 2. You should check those out. We'll link to them if you haven't seen those yet. Now you get the big bell earrings.
I have like 4 or 5 sets of them. They were all my grandmother's, and they're pretty much the only jewelry I wear.
Pretty much.
And I'm so excited to wear them during Christmas, not only because they were hers, but because I love Christmas.
So just for reference, down there is where we just came from the main village area. There's that pavilion and petting zoo. And then up here where it says Antler Hill Farm and Barn is where the smokehouse is. That's the barbecue place where we're gonna go try to eat. So here's a look at the menu at the smokehouse. If you wanna pause and take a gander, I think we're gonna go with the platter. So right over there is where we just walked up. We're to the Antler Barn and Farm. They have all these buildings right here. And then right here is the walk-up window for the smokehouse. The menu I just showed you a second ago. So you just walk up to this window, place your order, and they have tables and chairs, also some bar rail seating out here. Guy hops out and says, "Oh my God." So we just finished eating our barbecue lunch. It was pretty good.
It's very good. I enjoyed it.
It's a little pricey, you know, tourist food prices, but we got the platter and split it. It was like $17, and it was more than enough for the 2 of us.
And then we got a water, and that ended up being like 21 altogether.
Yeah.
So it wasn't bad. It was good.
Pretty good, standard food, but good. You know, nothing culinary exceptional.
Right.
But good.
But apparently that place isn't open like all the time. I'm assuming it's just they have it open for peak times.
Yeah.
So it may not be open, but we got it today and we liked it.
It's good. So now we're actually in that long line that you saw earlier for the wine tasting. With our family wanted to do it. We're not, like I said earlier, we don't drink, so we're not really gonna have any wine. Hope to have some of that grape juice I mentioned, but we'll see. The line is actually moving really fast though, so we'll let you know the total count once we get through it all the way. Different wine tasting stations. There's several of them. Pretty big room. Cool bubbly decorations. Oh, and it goes on further back too into another room back there, so lots of room. Alright, so we're here in the wine tasting. The line took 15 minutes?
Yeah, about 15, yeah.
And it was as long when we got in as I showed you guys earlier. So just to give you a perspective, they do take you in large groups, so the line does tend to move very fast. And we are not having wine as we said, but we do have grape juice, and it is very good. Not as good as I said I remembered from before. That was like nectar of the gods.
Skewed perspective as a child.
Yeah. What do you think of the juice?
It's definitely like really good grape juice. Like it's not just like Welch's or something like that. And I think if you do drink wine, like I think you would really enjoy this because there's a lot of different ones you can try. It's just we don't drink wine.
But if you come in a big group like we're in, there's 7 of us right now, and 4 drinking wine, or 5? No, 3 are drinking wine.
Yeah.
and 4 of us are not.
Right.
But they just gave us the grape juice instead. So you have kids, like we have someone who's not 18 yet, or not, excuse me, 21 yet, and they of course got the juice as well. So lots of options here, a lot of fun. Just do a quick glaze over at what kind of stuff you're dealing with here. Some whites. I'm not gonna try to pronounce any of this. He said they do have dry and semi-sweet. We have the rosés, reds. Ooh, Christmas up, Biltmore red. That sounds fun. And some different specialty experiences that they have here as well. So lots of fun things you can do. And here is our grape juice. Alright, so throughout the gift shop, they have little sample stations set up. I have gotten something for Chelsea. She's going to try it and then try to tell me what it is.
I don't know what it is. I'm going in blind.
It is not alcoholic.
This is a white. No, just kidding.
Office reference.
Oh, it's good. It's not bad. It's fruity.
Yes.
It's pinky, so it's like a red fruit.
Yep, she's on the right track.
Raspberry?
Oh, it's a
raspberry?
It's a raspberry syrup with something else.
I don't know, I just taste sweet, like sugar. Maybe honey?
No. It's a raspberry syrup lemonade.
Oh, okay.
We'll give you credit though. You got the raspberry.
Yay!
Alright, so now I'm gonna try, I already know what this is. It's a roasted pineapple habanero dip. I mean, obviously this is a corn tortilla chip, but that's what's on it. It was chunky and I don't like chunky stuff, so I just shake off the excess, but
cleaned it.
On here, so let's see. That's very good. I make like these sweet spicy shrimp tacos at home, and it tastes like that. Where I take like a chili sauce and mix it with a datil pepper sauce. It's very much like that. The pineapple was more of the predominant taste, the sweet. But
gotcha.
You could get the spice there. It was a really nice blend, really good. I would definitely eat more of that.
Yay! Transition for us.
What?
Where are we going?
Oh, we just left the village area where we saw the farm animals, did the petting zoo, and the shops and the restaurants and the wine tasting and the grape juice and all that jazz. And now we are on our way to the gardens, I believe.
Yes.
I don't know what that entails. We'll see.
I'm assuming gardens.
It's a good bet.
Green.
I wonder if Mr. McGregor is there.
Who's Mr. McGregor?
McGregor. Peter Cottontail should be wise to stay out of Mr. McGregor's garden.
There goes Peter Cottontail hopping down the bunny trail.
So we're headed to the actual Biltmore house in the gardens right now. Just so you guys know, there's actually no parking right at the house. So you have to kind of park far away, but you have 2 options. You can park and then walk, which is what we're doing. It's a 5 to 8 minute walk, or you can just take the shuttles. They'll drive you over to the house itself. So just keep that in mind. House. Biltmore house.
It's kind of small, but I mean, it's here.
That's the house.
The house of Biltmore.
Check it out, y'all, cause this is it. The Biltmore house is almost lit with Christmas lights. The tree's lit.
The tree's lit?
I don't know if the house actually has lights on it, but look how big it is.
I mean,
Master Wayne.
I mean, like, how is this a house? Like, it doesn't. I don't think it's gonna click in that this, like, somebody lived here until I go inside, because I'm looking at it and just thinking like, oh yeah, it's a building.
Yeah.
Like, it's a
beautiful
old building.
But
yeah.
On the inside, lots of fun. We'll see. Welcome to the gardens. It's more like some statues with some ponds.
Are these like ponds that people would swim in? Or are these just viewing ponds?
Beats me, man.
Ooh, there's a little sign. Maybe I can tell. Maybe he knows. Hey, do you swim in here?
doesn't look overly thrilled. We'll ask someone else. The ponds do have keep the change, you filthy animal. The ponds do have koi in them. Both some large ones down there. I don't know if you can see that here. I'll try to zoom in. Yeah, there's the big guy swimming over there. But then if you actually look like right here, it's like little teeny tiny koi. They're so small they're even hard to see. So we reached the end of the span of ponds, and there's the house, of course. And if you go down here, you can actually find more of the gardens. But we're gonna go up here because it looks like there's gonna be a pretty nice view. It's getting close to sunset. Let's check it out. Check out this view. There is the house. When we come back around, trees and valleys and hills and mountains, and the sun setting over there.
Gorgeous.
Wow, that's nice.
And turkeys.
Whoa, turkeys. Check that out. Thanksgiving is over. They're safe. Let's talk about running off at the mouth. So FYI, you do have to go through security to enter the Biltmore house. You can't bring any weapons, food, drink, or pets inside. But you really just stand on this thing that looks like a scale for like 2 seconds. And then they tell you to go through. It's odd.
I've never seen this kind of security before. You like stood like this and they're like, okay, you can walk. Like,
I have no idea what the point of that was, but
it might just be more high tech than we even know.
we're about to go in though.
Yay!
First ones. We were the first people in line.
We're gonna be the first people in the house.
This will be great. And we are in. Alrighty then. That wraps up our walking tour of the Biltmore estate. The house, the gardens, the Christmas decorations, the village, farm, all of that jazz.
We didn't vlog inside the house because that would have been a little bit hard. And I don't know how much of that we were supposed to film anyways. So it was just easier just showing you around.
They knew that I had this camera because you have to go through security. And we passed several people that worked there. I was clearly filming and no one said anything. They smiled and were helpful. And then towards the end we passed one person who, after watching me film for like 30 seconds to a minute, said, "Oh, if you're filming, you can't do that." But they were the only person who said it.
Just something to keep in mind, that if you're going, there may be some limitations to it and it may not be completely consistent. So just to keep that in mind if you're going.
Yeah. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I really liked it too, as all the decorations they had. Lots of those trees that you saw that are like, they were kind of different. I like that it wasn't the same kind of style throughout the whole house. And it's a guided, self-guided tour is what we did. They do have, I think, I don't know if they have guided tours, but they do have things where you can rent like these little audio devices and it plays information as you go throughout. Yeah,
which if we go again, I would like to do that next time, because I was going like fully expecting that I was gonna love the Christmas aspect of it, which I did. It was amazing, but I didn't realize how much I was going to appreciate the history portion of it, how extravagant these people lived and how things were done back in that time lavishly. So it was very interesting and I would love to know more about it. So I definitely think that sorry, I don't know if you're gonna hear this, but we're outside on our porch and a hawk flew by and it totally distracted me.
We live on the river, or like well, we do live on the river and a bunch of woods, and so we have a lot of like wildlife around here, predatory birds. So we have hawks, ospreys, eagles, and all kinds of stuff. Anyway.
So anyway, he was doing his caca, caca, caca.
But hopefully the video showed you like not just the Christmas stuff, but the house itself. If you're thinking about going, maybe give you a clue as to what kind of things you're gonna see. I'd say my favorite parts were the Halloween room, the bowling alley, of course, the pool, and the billiards room. Were all very awesome.
Yeah, I agree. Something else I would like to do if we go again would be, because we barely even touched the gardens, and it makes, one, we just didn't have time to do all that, but two, it's winter, so it's not really the gardening time of the year. But to go again in spring or something like that, when things are in bloom, I think that would be really gorgeous. So that's another thing that we didn't even really touch on. It just shows how much there is there to do.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and as always, if you have any questions about anything, feel free to hit us up in the comments down below. We also have all of our travel agent information listed at the end of our videos, so email and website, all the different ways you can get a hold of us. So we hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and until next time, happy travels!
Happy travels, and Happy New Year!
And a Happy New Year.